Yo, what is up, guys? No, I was at BlizzCon, and so I didn't get to like vlog or record because I just forgot. You know what I'm saying? But I was here at the panel and I saw what they said, so we're gonna react to it now. And yo, this is some pretty good changes. I think Overwatch is gonna be saved.
Approach to improving competitive play. So, as most of you know, we have some big problems to solve. We're not transparent about how we construct our matches, how your rank is determined, or how our rewards function. Most of you have all the golden weapons you'd ever want, so giving you competitive points doesn't feel great. And since we launched Overwatch 2, we've had issues with the way players are distributed at our highest and lowest ranks. But thankfully, though, these problems make our goals pretty straightforward. We need to put more feedback in the game about every aspect of competitive that we can.
Please.
We need new rewards and improved clarity around how to get them. And we need to address the pain points. Things like how bad it feels to be on a loss streak.
Okay, so we're aware. Yes.
Yeah.
I was there clapping at the event.
We've heard that a lot. We've definitely heard that a lot.
When we saw this, bro, when I was with my squad and we saw this, we went crazy. We're like,
so
oh my
in
God,
Season 9,
they're saving the
We're introducing
game.
a variety of changes to competitive play. First, we're removing the requirement to get 5 wins or 15 losses to get a competitive update.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's draining my mental health.
So, you know, loss streaks would guarantee that you were going to rank down, so what's the incentive to keep playing if you're on one? In its place, we're adding a new page that makes your rank more transparent than ever. Let's go. We call this the competitive overview. With this new system, your rank will update after every match, win or loss.
Oh, man.
The progress bar at the bottom shows exactly how much your rank increased after this win. You can see that ranking up to Plat 5 is on the right, and ranking down to Gold 2 is on the left.
And when you hit that, so when you win a game and it hits Plat 5, you immediately rank up to Plat 5. You're not waiting extra games to do something like that. It just happens.
Yeah.
It's such a much interesting rank system. Like, it's so much better. Like, maybe it's not the SR number thing that people wanted, but
bar, rank modifiers.
I feel like this is
show why your
like
rank
a step in the right direction.
So, since we want to be as precise as possible. So these are explained in detail by the information button on this page, but an example here is streak. This one means you ranked up even more because you're on a win streak.
But like every...
we'll talk about that smaller progress bar in the top right
every 4 games you get like 200
as you can see at the bottom,
points.
we've also added a link that takes you straight to the final scoreboard.
Yeah, and there's also a rank progress. It might be hard to read. It's a little bit small on the screen, but it's right above that bar right there. And right now it says your rank progress is 85%. So you can see you're exactly 85% of the way to the next rank. There's a lot of people, when we get feedback, a lot of people were asking us to bring SR back. It was the system that we had on Overwatch 1. And we did have a few issues with SR, and maybe like 2 of the biggest ones, or one, it was a very arbitrary number to just say you were 2374.
Arbitrary. 2374. Everybody knows what a 2374 is.
And it does, like we recognize it does take on meaning after a while for people that are playing with it.
I'm not sure if I should
what we're hoping here is that you're Gold 1 and you're 85. You're 85% of the way through Gold 1, and that actually has more meaning for the vast majority of players. And also at the same time, the difference between a Gold 3 and a Gold 4 sometimes is just, it's like less than 4 wins away from each other. And so that wasn't necessarily conveyed very well through the SR system. We really like having these divisions in there, and we really want people to know precisely where they are in that division. And so that's the reason we went this way. Obviously, we listen to feedback, you know, like the system can evolve over time, but this is where it's at right now.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So when we launch Season 9, we'll also be resetting ranks and bringing placements back to Overwatch 2. So this isn't a full MMR reset, but it will give you a chance to make a big change to your rank because your placements games will count for a lot more. We want to do that every year, along with
Could you imagine this screen with all X's? Yeah.
We want to give everyone a chance to earn a new rank because we'll also be redistributing players.
I can already imagine the memes.
Those of you in Bronze 5, Silver 5, and Silver 4 know how hard it can be to rank up in our current system, and we can fix that with the redistribution.
Debatable.
Those of you in Grandmaster 1
that's a little bit of
also know
copium.
that we have more
It's not hard to rank up. It's hard to tolerate rank.
So, as part of this,
we can queue the games all day,
also adding
but
a new rank
what it does to my mental is crazy.
Ultimate.
Ultimate. All right.
We want to update our competitive rewards every year
interested.
Too. So in Season 9, we'll be adding Emerald weapons. Now this art's not final, but hopefully it gives you an idea of the types of rewards we want to add each new year.
They're gonna need to like change that color to green.
They look so cool.
I feel like that doesn't look better than the shiny gold.
So when we add Emerald weapons, we'll convert all of our current competitive points into a legacy currency.
Should have added
that
like
you can
diamond
still
or something,
spend on golden weapons if you
or
want.
like mystic, where like
To
it looks
show
like,
these
like
off,
a galaxy
only to
or
earn
something.
competitive points in the new season.
Yeah, and I think what's like really exciting about this, I love the new redesign, but there is this annual cadence that we are trying to bring into the competitive side in Overwatch. And I know when we first launched Overwatch 2, the seasonal reset and placement was very controversial. But this is going along with a whole set of additional rewards, a redistribution of players across the ranks. And we think that that initial set of placements now is worth it to get everything else that we've got. And it's also like a really exciting moment for players to look forward to on an annual basis.
Yeah, every 2 months was probably way too often.
Yeah.
So going back to solving our problems.
Please.
We know that the competitive challenges page was really confusing, and that was the only place to see how to earn our rewards. So we're removing competitive challenges and building a new page to show progress towards seasonal rewards.
I didn't even know this was a page.
We think this page is a much cleaner way to show rewards and the requirements to get them. You may have also noticed that smaller progress bar in the top right again. Instead of our old end-of-season challenges that rewarded competitive points based on your final rank, wins and losses both progress you toward big payouts.
This is definitely like a better panel.
But just
kind
like
of
our
hype for
current
season
weekly
9.
challenges, wins grant a lot of bonus progress. And another small improvement we're going to make is showing the range of ranks in the match instead of just the average. You can see that in the top left.
Okay. So I can know who the worst is on the team. So if it's my teammate, I'll know immediately. I'll be like, oh, you're a gold one. It's all
We're also planning a lot
good.
of bigger changes after Season 9, like with grouping and competitive, for example. We want players to be able to play with their friends.
Yes.
So we'll be removing most of our current grouping restrictions.
Bet. So you're telling me I can play with my Grandmaster?
To do that, though, we have to rethink how we
5-side.
make competitive matches. So if you're a diamond player and you want to group with your bronze friend, we'll allow that, but we'll classify your group as a wide group. You'll only play
We're gonna be going against
other
owl
wide
players.
Groups. And
We're gonna be going against
try to find
straight
groups
owl
with a
players.
similar shape as yours. So if you're a diamond tank and your friend is a bronze support, we'll try to find another diamond tank and bronze support for the other team. No promises. As you probably
No promises.
guessed,
That's not
the
funny.
existence of wide groups
You're gonna destroy
also
the
means we'll have
lobbies.
narrow groups. And this is great as a solo player because
Yes.
you'll only ever play with narrow groups or other solos. So we expect to see some big improvements to match quality for solo players.
I feel like they should have just took off the
I'm
restriction
kind of excited because
for
I
high
used
ranks to only
I used to
duo
play
and just let them
Overwatch
5-stack
with my
and go against
kids,
other
but they're
5-stacks or
teenagers and they just started
unfair
getting
opponents that
better
are
than
way
me.
better than them. I
And
feel like that's how you
my
like
oldest ended up
fix that
becoming
problem.
masters.
I don't
We
think you
couldn't even
should
group
let like
together
a
anymore.
diamond
So
play
now
with a
this new
bronze
system,
ever.
He'll have to find another
I think if you're
excuse
like
to not
a
play with me.
grandmaster, top 500, and there's
Literal
a masters
skill
player that
issue.
wants to play with you, then yeah,
Another
that's cool.
win
Just like if
is
there's
this gives us
like
viewers
a
first.
masters diamond and flat
Since
player.
the only way to avoid our current
Yeah.
grouping restrictions right now to play with your friends is to create new accounts. So you won't need to do that anymore.
Really? Oh my gosh. They think we won't?
Okay, so
They
that's,
think we won't create
that's
new accounts
the update
either
on
way.
The competitive system, and you can't play comp without heroes. And I know we teased a few heroes in opening ceremony
Maui.
yesterday.
Yeah.
And Daryl's team has created some amazing concept art to show for some of those heroes. Take it away.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Creating such a visually unique and beautiful game like Overwatch 2 takes a lot of time and iteration. In the Manga Deep Dive panel yesterday, the team went through some of these processes, from coming up with a hero idea, to drawing the concept art,
pronounce that
to the
name?
modeling, then building their abilities, and actually putting it all into the game.
I think that's how
we have a bunch of hero ideas and concepts always brewing. And during the opening ceremony, Aaron teased 2 of these heroes, so let's get into them. Next year, we'll be releasing 3 new heroes: a tank, a support, and a damage hero. Internally,
let's go.
We are already testing all 3 of these heroes in their various states.
And more. We're testing more heroes.
And more. And more. Always more. Even though they're already undergoing testing, we aren't ready to show all 3 of them just yet. The hero coming in Season 14 is far enough that we're going to keep that work to ourselves for now. I have to stress that a lot can still change this far out, including abilities and even their in-game models. But here is what we can show you. In Season 12, the next support hero will be released. Currently known on the development team by the codename Space Ranger.
Why do supports always have the best looking heroes?
For the Mars colony.
She's so cute. I love her so much.
Yo, that's like the coolest fit I've ever seen.
We aren't quite ready to show her in action just yet.
This is going to break Overwatch, I'm not going to lie. Like, everybody's going to be playing this character.
Yeah. I won't dive into her kit either, but she's a highly mobile support hero who has quite a bit of vertical mobility. To that end, she has no lack of thrusters on her suits and all over her boots as well. And when we say that things are still changing, Space Ranger is a perfect example. Her gun has already changed from what we're showing here. Not only that, but as production moves along, we will inevitably run into other elements on her design.
This character's going to be so fucking cool. Unfortunately, I don't play support.
12,
I only play damage.
We can talk about all the changes we made to her.
Or maybe I'll test out the character in quick play,
that you
like
guys see
once or
over here,
twice.
to the final model and the final concepts. So, Space Ranger likes battling her foes from air and space. How about a hero now that battles from under the ground? In Season 10, you'll get to play as our newest damage hero, Venture.
Might have missed this part.
They are our second and a half Canadian hero.
Interesting.
People often forget that Farah is half Canadian, myself included.
I'm half Canadian too.
It's like a groundhog character.
The fantasy we're going for with Venture is that of a swashbuckling archaeologist. They have an unquenchable thirst for past treasures and hidden secrets, and will go any which way to get to them. And for Venture, that way is often down. Venture uses their powerful drill to dig through the map to attack the opposing team. Because this drill was so complex in its moving pieces, right, and has a lot of cylindrical geometry, Cajun Wang, our senior concept artist who worked on Venture, decided to employ 3D modeling early in the ideation phases, even for the weapon. And now I'll toss it over to Aaron to show you guys some of how this weapon works.
Yeah, okay, so we have some early gameplay footage of
They have some great
Venture
artists.
from a recent
I just gotta say it. Overwatch has the best designers.
Here we go, this is the loading screen.
That's so cool.
We always do those kind of like
go
silly little...
back.
Here we go, this is the loading screen.
All right, what is this character? I peeped this. And this one, Venture, and then this is the support character. I guess this is a tank character. It kind of looks like a junk rat. Like a tire? Or like is that a turtle shell? Yeah, that's like a turtle shell almost. This might be like a rolling turtle shell character, kind of like another ball style character. I don't know, yeah.
We always do those kind of like silly little portraits. One of our artists, Taki, does those before they're ready.
Ooh,
burrowing underground is kind of amazing. So they can like burst up out of the ground, do additional damage, has vertical mobility to it. They move around the map really well. This weapon is amazing. It shoots a projectile out a set distance and it explodes right there.
I did about like 100
It's really nice to be able to hit people even around corners with that thing when they duck out of the way. The dig also, it's like the most important part of this is it makes you invulnerable, you know? So it's like you can't be hit when you're underground. It's a great way to escape. It's also a great way to get in close to players. You pop up like that, and then you have a dash as well.
They should make it a stun.
The dash, you can do it in the air. You can dash underground if you want to when you're moving.
Like, you see how it takes so long for her to jump up? They should make that a stun
really,
if you get
really
caught.
Fun kit to use.
Because
we
like,
have this,
you get caught by that,
this idea or this
you
goal that we
should be
try
stunned
to
for
do
at least
with
like 2
heroes
seconds or
Overwatch,
something.
And I think we're able to hit it on DPS heroes a little bit more than some of the other ones. But as much as we can, we just want it to be
so
fun
it doesn't do
to hit the
headshot
buttons.
damage.
You
There's
know,
8
like
shots.
move around a space and just kind of have like some joy there. And Venture, I think, is one of those heroes where they just are fun to hit the buttons with.
Just not fun to play in ranked.
To expand on that point, when I was a playtesting venture, I also literally, just keep hitting, the button, to borrow in and out, without any reason. But it was a feeling so snappy. Just a big shout out to our animation and FX team to make this happen.
Yep.
What he meant to say was, while he was sleep deprived, playtesting the game after a 36-hour shift,
we didn't show the old.
He started just hitting the button.
Season 10
they called it a playtest.
We fully reveal the hero. So there's more to come. These are just some of the things that the team is working on. There's so much more. Next year,
cool.
we'll have a lot more things to talk to you about, a lot more things
I like how they
to
teased the
reveal
tank.
than we could have just fit here within 45 minutes.
I want to say that improving the overall play experience is really important to us.
I would hope so, bro.
Goes beyond just game
Skins
modes
can go
and new
only a long
heroes,
way.
but also how everyone engages with the game's meta systems. So
Right.
one last thing I want to mention that I know people are really interested in
Conclusion?
is a set of changes and updates to the
What
Battle
is
Pass.
This
An
is mad.
initiative we're working on for next year is a redesign of the Battle Pass. And we're deep in the process of working through this, which means we aren't ready yet to go through the details. But I want to give you a small glimpse of what we're thinking. One goal is to offer players more agency when it comes to the Mythic Skin reward. Let me talk through a couple of specific cases.
Please.
Players progressing through the Premium Battle Pass today are able to unlock the latest Mythic Skin each season.
Right.
But what if you don't play the hero with that Mythic Skin?
Like the
It's going to
Hanzo
make the Battle Pass a little less exciting
the
to you.
Hanzo mythic skin.
In a different case,
It was
you
a new
missed the
level of
chance to
depression.
get Cyber Demon Genji because you weren't around to play
Nah,
that
if you
first
miss
season.
Cyber
What we
Genji,
want
you
to
shouldn't be
do
able to get
is,
it. I
to
feel like
address
season
both of
1
these
should be all
scenarios
exclusive.
by giving you the option to earn any single Mythic
Season 2 and
skin
on,
we've ever released
all the other Mythic skins
when you
cool.
play through the Premium Battle Pass.
But I feel like the day one, supporters should be rewarded. High key for playing the game on day one, playing it out through the entire
But
season,
beyond
or playing the
this,
battle pass
we're
and completing
aiming
it,
to make
getting Cyber
play
Genji.
in Overwatch 2 more
I
rewarding.
feel like you should be rewarded.
With a total set of changes to the Battle Pass. We'll have more to share on that next year. Some of what we presented may change between now and release, but we wanted to be as open as possible on what we're developing, planning, or even thinking about.
Oh, shit.
And this doesn't even touch on the longer-term franchise plan, but that's really a discussion for another day.
Okay.
Finally, I want to say that everyone here represents hundreds of employees on our team who care so much about this game and this work, and we can't wait to release it all. Thank you, BlizzCon.
No, thank you. Thank you guys sitting up there, having the courage to talk to us after
I'll add on to that really quick.
canceling
This
PvE
team
on
is
us,
made of so many
letting your game
talented,
die
amazing people,
for a little
and
bit.
This is just a small glimpse.
That's
of
just in my
everything
opinion.
that we're working
You know
on.
what I'm saying?
And even
Maybe
a
they weren't
glimpse
letting it
that,
die.
of things that we
But I
didn't
kinda
talk
got the
about today,
vibes.
like an image of a Peru map that's coming in the future that we also started this presentation off with. And there was, I'm sure people will talk about it online in the next few days, some other Easter eggs in this presentation that kind of give hints at some of the things that are coming next year as well.
I bet these guys were
thank
so
you everyone
happy.
so much, and we'll see you
Thank
on
you.
the streets of Hanaoka.
Yeah. I bet these guys were so happy that they could release good news to the public, because I've just been seeing people drag them left and right. But now that they're turning the game around, I'm kind of getting excited again for Overwatch 2. But too excited, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Till the next one.